Good. Are you on? Well, I'm on. So I guess some of you are on. Oh, that's better. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the program. I need to get my coffee. It is Sunday. I am me. You are you. What the hell is this thing here? Some sort of. I was wearing this posture thing. I don't want to get into it. Hello, everyone. It is Sunday. It is I. Let's see if we can get a good look. Black and white diesels. Standard fare. Nothing to write home about. I thought I'd keep it simple and keep it basic. There's nothing wrong with that. If the basics work, if they behoove you, if they meet you where you are, I think they're worth it. I do want to say, if you have any inclination to do anything else with your day, and you should, please go watch the latest Hey EW with the Young Bucks. I never thought, I think people assumed that they just said no because it's been 73 episodes now and they haven't been on. We just never asked. We just never got there yet. I always had them on the list, obviously. Questions I've been wanting to ask for years. But and then it was up. They're good. They're in. We're doing it. It's going to be a great time. So go watch it. Go like it. Go comment. Go share it. Even if you don't like them, because they're great wrestlers and horrible wrestlers all at the same time, apparently. So just go, just help the algorithm is really all I have to say. It was a time. It was a strange time. There's a lot of business going on because they showed up with their own camera crew. Brandon Cutler was there, and I don't know. I guess he was filming for some skit show for something else. I'm sure will be revealed at a later date. But let's hope this video. Let's ensure that this video does better than that one. Let's talk to people here. Amanda said, "Good morning, sir," which is weird. She said, "But a lovely episode." Hey, it was a lovely episode, even though I think they learned about themselves in the end. Sean said, "Hey, occultist, good morning, RJ, Jessamine Duke." Okay, Gamer said, "Well, hi, good morning, all." She's playing games on her channel like, I don't know, Starfield. Let's just walk around on a planet. What if we're in space, but we also kind of do nothing? Go Gamer has been a member for 41 months, which makes all of us feel old. And she said, "What is the meaning of life?" And I would say correct. What is the meaning of life? The meaning is what? It's figuring out the what. What are we doing here? What is the point of all this? What am I? And I think that's the meaning. And I think in your question is the answer. So congrats to you for figuring it all out. Well done. Lady said good morning to all. Mike said good morning. Amanda said good morning. Saeed said good morning and happy Sunday. Christine said good morning. Carly, Joe, Sludge, Suplexicist said I can smell everyone's coffee in this chat. I can smell my own coffee. This is my pre-coffee. I'm going to press one soon. Is there a sticker on this? Vanessa Craven is here and said happy Sunday to all convening to watch RJ and his skivvies. And I believe that's the military term. Hope everyone is just doing peachy. And that is an ass entendre, if I've ever heard one. Emma said, good morning. Good morning to you. Clarence said, hi, RJ. Man, Sandy said, good morning. Kennedy said, there's a fucking romper room over here. Candy said, good morning. Great episode. So excited to finally see the Bucks in there. I think they had a good time. It's always hard to tell if anyone likes the show. But, it's not about liking. It's about learning. And we learned so much about them. Chai said, well, hi, RJ. It's been a long while. That it has, Chai. That it has. Gina has been a member for 12 months and said, thank you for the Young Bucks. I loved it. Well, go comment that on the video. Shit. Manuel said, which retail store would you have a name after? I would say Talbot. I think they're a professional women's clothing store. A lot of linens, a lot of, oh, that's nice and flowy. That'll add to your shape. I would say Talbot. Molly said, good morning, all. Leo said, are you going to do a Dirtbag Left podcast? Yeah. I'm gonna call it Taking a Lefty. It's gonna be really good. And so everything's gonna be pink. Leo said, who is a wrestler who isn't bald, who would look good bald? Well, therein lies the challenge. You don't know what shaped heads people have. Now I'm just thinking, this is so hard. I just thought about Danhausen without his hair. And it's a lot if he just shaved his head. Big Bill? No, he's got great hair. I'm thinking like a Sammy Guevara, and I'm like, no, everybody I think of is no good. No, not happening. I don't like. Maybe a Darby Allin would have fun as one of those statement haircuts. Leo said, I just fucking read this. So Sierra said, good morning, everyone. John Murray said, good morning, everyone. I'm only here until Arby's makes me a better offer. So in the Hey W, I gave them some catchphrases should they want to collaborate fully with Wendy's. So they tweet constantly. There's a little love affair on Twitter. And I'm surprised we haven't heard back from the Wendy's social media yet. I'm trying to get everybody a little extra money. It was really my goal here. So we'll see if we hear from them. Candy said the Bucks are so misunderstood. I understood them. Seemed easy to me. Squirrel said, good morning, everyone. Great. Hey, it's about time the Bucks are on. It is about time. That was episode 73 or 72. I've lost count. I also haven't been here live since we did Wrestle Dream. Renee and I hosted a 0 hour that was 90 minutes next to Stokely Hathaway, who was there and then left because he had some business to attend to. And then he started yelling at Eddie Kingston. And guys all over the place. You know, he has a proposition to Sanjay and he's making matches now. There's some Machiavellian plan going on. Stokelyvellian, I think is the best way to put it. Suplexus has said, I'm in tears laughing at the thought of a super kick soiree. Well, it's you gotta, words mean something. Leo said, what do you think about wrestling fans whose entire personality is being a wrestling fan? I think they're the best, and I want to talk to them for hours. Awesome said, good morning, RJ. I teach high school in Queens, and if you think they don't get the reference, you have no idea how bad things are going to get. Isn't it? I think the most heat the Young Bucks got with not knowing who Frank Zappa was. All the comments are like, they don't know Frank Zappa. This is going to lead to a Frank Zappa and Brian Setzer revival, although you'll have to find, the episode to find out why. Rod said, due to titles, do you consider the Bucks your bosses? Considering I don't have a graphic, I really don't feel like I work there. So I would say no. Blazed Out said, I'm here. Definitely currently at work, though. Well, good. You're blazing, you're gaming, and you're blazing. Lauren said, happy Thanksgiving. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. How stupid of me. Totally forgot. Thank you for using Sylvia's emoji. Mia said, good morning, beautiful people. Sorry I'm late. I was watching Hey W. That's okay, Mia. Go watch it again. Jessamine Duke said, well, that was quite thoughtful. Yes, it was. Mikey said, I finally bit the bullet and ordered high anxiety to Canada during their sale. Just curious how long it takes for you to get your coffee. Well, it depends. I'm never out of it. It was always like, send me a bunch in the beginning. So I always have more than enough. So I don't remember waiting that long for it, but I'm sure I have some sort of weird express thing. Neil said, happy cultiversary to Jessamine. And Gina Jaka said, hey, RJ, good morning. So are you a producer on the Timeless Tony Storm character? What? How do you think any of this works? What do you think I'm doing here right now if I'm producing a character? I don't quite understand. I will say I was not at Collision yesterday. Seems to go well for her. A new debut, 2 wins in a row. Handing out scripts, which I think we need more of. And I think it was a shout out to the Writers Guild, too. Okay, Gamer just used the baby face emoji. Leo said, the meaning of life is some random number. I don't know. That's what they said in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They were fun. Christine said, hello, Jessamine and Orson. V said, good morning. I hope you're well. Dorothy said, good morning, everybody. Good morning, RJ. I've missed you the last couple of weeks. My husband is listening with me and said, yes, skivvies is a military term. If I know anything, It's what soldiers call underwear. Nails has been a member for 41 months. Real dick measuring contest over here. Happy cultiversary to me. Can we have a 60-second scene of Brian Williams reporting on the latest episode of Hey W? Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Brian Williams, and I'm happy to say that the latest episode of Hey W, an interview program hosted by RJ City, was informative and lighthearted and spirited and fun, and also made a mention of me, which I understand in the most integral of ways. I used to wrestle, of course. Locally, I was trained by Les Thatcher and the Heartland Wrestling Association. Even though I didn't live there, I would go back and forth between there and New York, and then, of course, even when I was a reporter for the Afghan War, I would go back to Heartland and then back every week. It was excellent. It was excellent. I did it for a sport. I didn't do it to really compete or get famous or anything. I just loved chaining around with your fellow man. That's how you learn about diplomacy. That's how you learn about democracy. I'm Brian Williams, and this has been a special report. And scene. There's my Brian Williams I've been sitting on for so long. Slughound said, I watched Monster Brawl last week and enjoyed it. You're the one. The Wolfman had a couple of nice promos. Totally improvised, might I say. I was also stunned by his in-ring quickness, because it wasn't me, until I realized my playback speed was set to 1.25 speed. Well, there you have it. Nail said Daniel Garcia would look bald. Very interesting. Suplex is saying, shout out to Nails for posting the Young Bucks Walmart costume picture on X. Some things this is a real thing and I need to find it because there is the joke. People are looking it up a lot now. Nail said, I don't want the smoke from Wendy's. The one guy, he should be so happy that we mentioned them on this show. Mac Jackson doesn't seem to be aware of many older celebrities. Mac Jackson is on the cutting edge of popular culture. That's what happened. Christine said, my husband and I passed a lovely older couple at the mall yesterday. The man was holding the woman's Talbot's bag for her. It was delightful. Only gentlemen and ladies go to Talbot's. Rod said that was episode 72. Thank you for counting, Rod. I get confused. And I was like, 69 was Rob Van Dam. That one I remember. Then 70 was the Embassy. And then I wasn't sure if there was another one between the Hardys. Like the Hardys one feels so long ago right now. I'm like, am I skipping over somebody? Like I did the Best Friends that last time. 72. And we are careening towards 80. And who knows if we'll ever make it to 100. Candy said, at least they think you should have a graphic. Let me say this about the Young Bucks. Also, vice presidents, I think they could get me the graphic if they wanted to. There seems to have been a meeting about, let's not give RJ a graphic. Let's all pass the buck, which is a pun I walked into and didn't want to. They shouted out Jeff Jones, who is heading up the digital social end, not in charge of the graphics. Unless he is, and he just blames them, and they blame him. All I know is I still don't have one. Christine said, I don't think I'm ready for the Brian Setzer renaissance. I think you are. I think he's raring to go. I want a documentary just on that period in 1997, 98, when we said, hey, let's start listening to swing music again. And this guy was like, I'm back. I'm raring to go. And it lasted, 10 months? And we went, nah, never mind. It's fucking stupid. Horrible music videos you had to sit through. No one was wailing. Vanessa Craven said, I want to ask, will you purchase that lovely chocolate velvet suit you wore on 0 Hour? Did it come in men's as well? Congrats to Vanessa for using a solid standard insult from 1974. Listen, that was the most comfortable I've ever felt on pay-per-view. And if that, wherever I got it, I don't even remember, if they wanted to sponsor me and send me velvet suits all the time so I can feel like I'm in my pajamas on television, I would not mind. So take that. Leo said, I know someone whose Spotify Unwrapped top 5 was WWE, AEW, Mickey James, someone who did Roman Reigns' theme, and the 80s Swedish band Roxette. Consume some other media. Wrestling music is just the worst versions of every other genre of music, and that's something you can rely on. W. Stein said, hello, RJ. I must say your interview with Timeless Tony Storm was the most cinematic Hey W I've ever seen. I hope there's more to come. Well, it was not Hey W. I think that it was pretty clear that it was titled Tony Storm, Portrait of a Star. And I'm happy, the piece we put together. Talk about Brian Williams. And I'll be the first to say it. Fuck Brian Williams. You think you can get that kind of interview out of Tony Storm? I don't think so. It was a lot. It was harrowing and it was dangerous at times. But I think we ultimately, we witnessed a rebirth. And I'm happy the cameras were there, and I'm happy they're rolling to capture it all, because look at us now. What is it? It hasn't even been a week, really. And the world is, I don't want to say taken by storm, because I'm walking into another pun again, and I don't like it. But everyone seems to be enthralled. I am, for one. Susie has been a member for 22 months and said, good morning, RJ. How are you? What a loaded question. How am I? I got a lot of work to do. It's going to be a weird week because Dynamite's on a Tuesday. So I'm now traveling on the Monday and the Wednesday. It's a weird, I'm losing the extra day, but I'm gaining it on the back end. I'm working on a variety of projects right now, which I'm excited to not share with anyone very soon. AKA Baldy's been a member for 16 months and just rode Mauve Beret, and really nothing else needs to be said. Leo said, Hitchhiker's Guide is one of those things that makes Britain look so fucking boring. That's absolutely true. So thank you for pointing that out. Jackie said, how do you take your coffee? I take it in this cup with this hand, and then I drink it. That's it. Oh, my God, we have a request here. Hold on 1 second, Spencer. Okay, here, we'll go. Let me see if I can egg you as a speaker. I'm so happy he called in. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Spencer Rice. He's on mute, but he's going to figure it out. Maybe he requested and then just walked away. That's also possible. Do you think he knows?
I'm here.
Did you fall? Is everything okay?
I have. I've been doing some singing and recording, and my voice is pooched, as they say.
But yet you thought, I need to call and I need to speak.
Well, after that question about how you hold your coffee and how are you doing, I felt that I had to add something to the show that was of similar importance.
Thank you. Where are you in the world?
I'm in London, Ontario, at the Rock and Roll Airbnb.
Oh, very nice. And that's it's Canada's Cleveland.
It's a very criminal place, I find, but I've always enjoyed London.
Yeah, and you're in the midst of your tour.
Yeah, and this is I did commentary on 10 Kenny versus Spenny episodes. Recorded a bunch of music and had 2 music gigs, one in Tilsonburg, which is about 45 minutes from London, and one last night in London, where I actually tried to sing with this voice.
And how did it go? Did you open with an apology?
I did.
And they accepted
it? RJ, you were one of the smartest people on the internet.
Thank you. I think you just set the bar low, and then at worst, you've met expectations.
There were certain songs that I do where this voice is, well, maybe not this morning, but last night it was, wholly appropriate, like John Lee Hooker, very deep. And then I tried to do some songs that required higher pitches, and that became comical.
And you didn't do that Paul McCartney thing where you just adjust the key, or the older guys, like the voices are going, so they make it look like it's an intentional choice to be acoustic now.
Yes. Well, Rod Stewart had a problem, but he had throat cancer, so he gets a pass. Elton John, his voice was starting to go. Paul's voice is starting to go. But, we love these people.
Now, let's talk. Let's talk about Rod Stewart's throat cancer.
Okay.
Because the long-standing rumor is Mike Douglas got it from pleasuring his lady.
Mike Douglas. Okay, I knew he was going to turn up in this conversation somehow.
Sorry, Michael Douglas, not Mike Douglas.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Mike Douglas has pleasured a woman in his life.
It doesn't look like it, but he hung out with John and Yoko, so maybe he got some groupie action. I don't know.
And he hung out with Mason Reese, so it's anyone's guess.
Mason Reese.
So where do you think Rod Stewart got it from?
Well, it was from what I understand is it was from the way he sang. His voice is highly unique. But to be perfectly honest, I have really no idea. You remember the rumor, though? I think they call it. What do they call it when a rumor becomes so pervasive? What do they call it? Fiction tale or whatever about him passing out at a concert. Do you remember that?
No.
Well, maybe it's too early in the morning to discuss.
I would like to hear it now. It's not 10 yet, so I'd really like to hear it.
Well, the rumor was, what do they call it? Cultural. Come on.
Appropriation?
No. Don't get political on me. You of all people. That he had entertained. Let me try to say this politely. He had entertained sex with a bunch of men who were satisfied and therefore filled his innards up with love juice.
Uh-huh.
And then he passed out. It's not true, of course, but it's been handed down from generation to generation, the story.
He passed out on stage?
I don't know where it happened because it didn't happen, but sure, make it on stage. Oh, it's called something myth.
Urban myth.
Urban myth.
There we go. Wow. And I believe what happened to him was called Spunk Drunk Love.
Okay. God, you're fucking clever. How are you? Just you seem so busy, and your work with Renee is just splendid, and you're just the biggest oddball that you're in the wrestling world. I don't know. I've never, as you know, been able to in any way describe RJ City.
Well, I appreciate you just being around and saying these things to me. Everything's good. I am very busy, but in a good, healthy, you like what you're doing, and suddenly it's like, I don't consider it busy. You're having fun,
I saw a picture of you with, I don't know if he was on your show. Is it Kevin Nash?
I did Kevin Nash's podcast, and I think he is a man you'll have to speak to at some point. Because
I have. That's why I brought it up. I did one of those Comic-Con money grab autograph things, and he was there. Jake the Snake was there, but I talked to him a lot. He was so interesting and nice. I really enjoyed him.
Well, you know what? The crux of our discussion was about the time, and here I'll trade you this. It was about the time that Cesar Romero claimed to have blown Desi Arnaz.
Desi Arnaz, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, is one of the most underrated and misunderstood characters who really only know him as Ricky Ricardo.
Yeah.
But Desi Lou and the amount of shows they produced, he and Lucy, and I love Desi Arnaz.
I mean, he invented the multicam sitcom.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
I want to read you the quote from this interview where Cesar Romero claims it. Okay? So This is Cesar right now. He says, and I quote, yes. What?
This is the third time this morning that I've had to deal with Cesar Romero quotes. But okay, let's go.
You're hanging out of the wrong circle. So Cesar says, yes. And to make a very pleasant story short, one day Desi said to me, all right, we both know what you want. Let's get it over with. We did. End of story. And then the interviewer says, just once? And Cesar grins widely and says, men aren't potato chips. and then the interviewer says,
is this real or are you just making this up?
I will text this to you afterward. It's from a book called, I think it's something as blunt as Hollywood Gays. And it came out in the 90s, and it's just tales
I didn't know, nor do I care, but either one of them were gay or bisexual. I mean,
Yeah.
I assume he was boning Lucy at some point.
Yes,
And,
I think they all had a good time. So the interviewer says, but I'll bet. And then Caesar says, Desi said, one time only for our friendship. Neither of us made a big deal out of it. Excuse the pun. And we never referred to it again.
Okay, so who's got the big one?
I think it's got to be Caesar. He seems to be the more relaxed of the two.
No, I disagree. I think it's got to be Desi because I've always said this, that, size matters and doesn't matter, whatever. But I find if I had a larger member than I have, okay, I think I would be way far ahead in my life and career because I would be much more confident.
Well, you would have a better voice right now. That's for sure.
Yes. I'm lucky I'm not singing, soprano, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Okay, one more question because I got to go catch a train.
Please.
Do you have any Gail Gordon stories?
I don't. Other than just the fact that Lucy pulled him out of retirement for Here's Lucy.
Mr. Mooney.
What?
Mr. Mooney.
Yes. And he apparently didn't want to and did it essentially as a favor for her because Vivian Vance was since passed away.
Okay.
And she needed someone else, and he did not enjoy his time on that show.
All right. RJ, I fucking love you, and enjoy your coffee and your underwear, and we'll talk soon.
I love you too. Rest up.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
There we go. Well, that was the wonderful, I don't want to say Canadian comedy legend. I hate saying things like that. But that was Spencer Rice. I feel like it's a weird thing. I feel like it's an imposition to say to somebody, But if you want to talk about innovative, people are not talking about Desi Arnaz. If you're not familiar with Spencer Rice, you go watch Kenny versus Spenny, and you go, and then look up when it was, and you're like, oh, they were 20 years ahead of everyone else. And they were too smart for this world. And the world had to catch up. And now look at us. But that was delightful. All right, let's get back to talking. I'm so far behind. Red Dog said, happy Canadian thing. Evil Empire said, my cat has to take urethra relaxers for a week. And I think we all should. I think we should put them in a candy bowl by the door. Mayor Sandy said you had a hint of Tom Brokaw in the Brian Williams. That was just my news anchor voice. Blue Meanie is here. Good morning, Meanie. Rob said at this angle, it kind of looks like one arm is tanned, but the other isn't. It's like the arm you hang out of the window in your car when you go cruising for hoochies, and then you take them to make out point. Mia said Princeton Knott is a national treasure. I agree. Leo said, I want a brown suit. I saw Irish comedian Dara O'Brien wearing one. It looks great. Neil said, did you know Tallulah Bankhead? I didn't play golf with her, but wonderful. I'm Batman. Ian Riccaboni has tweeted that reference was just for you this morning. I'm sure she banged some head in her day too. One of the early out bisexuals in Hollywood, if I'm not mistaken, now that we're on the topic of discussing the sexual preferences of Evil Emperor Zerg said, can we please get a Johnny TV on AEW? I don't know what's going on with the QTV crew. They always talk about QT. I had one written for all of them, including QT, and then he wasn't in the group anymore. I mean, he was, but he's not there, so I couldn't get them all at once. But I'm sure I will get to them soon enough. Mia said, I will also say, Harley Cameron said, oh, we're going to be great because I'm so funny. So prepare yourselves. Mia said, speaking of Halloween, are you dressing up this year? No, I'm good. I think I did my time. SM said, wearing a velvet suit was very George Costanza of you. I don't think it was, but there we go. Nail said, I think for Halloween, Renee and RJ should dress as each other. He said, wouldn't that be a hoot? Suplexus said, love your backstage video with Daddy Magic the other day. Sometimes when we do the Rampage pre-show and it's Daddy Magic and I, you will note it's my attempt to be the straight man, to steer the ship more than normal, to be the more professional of the two for once in my life. Nomek said, did you get to the Biscuit Bitch when you were in Seattle? You know, I want to apologize about my time in Seattle because my dear friend AJ, who has advised me on all the wide pants I've been wearing, gave me a list of things to do in Seattle. She used to live in Seattle, and she would know. She seems like the kind of person who would know the things that I would like. So I asked her. She sent me back a lovely list, and I'm like, great, can't wait. And then I get there, and you just, you're tired. You get there, and then it's just like straight work. And I had 2 days off essentially, but not off because I'm working in the hotel all day. So I didn't get to do any of it, and I feel really, really bad about it. But I've also disappointed myself. Midnight Cowboy said, morning, RJ. I finally got a Saturday evening off to wake up. Isn't that nice? Red Dog said, I can see RJ rocking a Falco Amadeus outfit and wig for Halloween. I don't know who Falco is, but Amadeus. Scribbling and bibbling and scribbling. Neil said, all the fan signs for Tony are wonderful. I liked the timeless shoe section last night. I did not see it. Leo said, I saw someone say Tony's gimmick is a cross between Chelsea Green's hot mess and Lacey Evans' hat lady. Do wrestling fans watch any other media? She's obviously supposed to be an old-timey starlet. I don't know. People need to just read and watch things. It's not that hard. Neil said, Stannis on the mug. Yeah, as me, and it's a great dog. The wonderful Gregorius Stannis. Vanessa Craven said, seriously, though, where do you get the suit? I don't remember. I'm going to have to go look it up. They're like last minute, and there's like a bunch of websites where I try to get like a last minute deal. I cannot remember for that. I'll have to look it up later. I do not remember. It's been a while. You get it a month in advance. There's a week, so it's been a while. Leo said, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He's just so mad at it. Leo said, bring back Kerry Silkin. If you say his name, he's our Beetlejuice, so be careful. W. Stein said, what's your favorite Marx Brothers movie? I did not really care for them. I did not really find them that funny. I mean, I understood why they were funny, but I didn't. I mean, I guess a night at the opera, there's your duck soups and what have you. But I haven't gotten to the stage where I appreciate them yet in a personal way. I mean, I understand. I don't think they're bad, and I see why. But sorry to upset you. Christine said Tilsonburg. All the greats play there. That's for sure. Suplexus said, random question. You ever meet Nardwuar? No, and he hasn't met me either. Nails said urban legend. See, I should read the chat while I'm talking to people. Amanda has been a member for 18 months. I need an RJ song in my life stat. Please. Anything you're feeling. Also required. We loved you and missed you, and thanks for all you do. Okay, give me a second. Let me read other comments while I think. Red Dog said, will the non-Click This members ever get to see the Kevin Friends episode? Probably not, and that's the appeal of it. It was really good talking with Kevin Nash. I thought we were just going to be dicking around, and then we got into this deep wrestling seminar. We're like, oh, we said something tangible. I don't think we did a bad job. Okay. This is a Sinatra. This is one of those like non-listened to Sinatra songs, but it's so stupid. Hey there, Mr. Build a fence around your sister. It's the boys' night out. Hey there, Buster. It's the engines after Custer. It's the boys' night out. We're out to do the town, and before they're through, it's bound to be like in two. The night they lost the Titanic or the Wall Street to panic. What they're seeking is a little cheek to cheeking. It's the boys' night out. And that moon's about as big as a honeydew. It's the boys' night out and they're so romantic. I'll give you a clue. What the boys are out after, the girls are out after too. That's the song. And I believe it's called Boys Night Out. I just love, hey there, Mr. Bill Defense Harangue Your Sister. And that moon's about as big as a honeydew. Can't imagine why that song didn't take off. And I just realized there's a really racist term in that I was mispronouncing. And now I went, oh no, that's racist. Now I see why it's not get played. Amanda said, thanks, Dan. What are we all talking about? Matt Sandy said, is the Nash podcast only available via subscription? My understanding is yes. And if you don't like it, you can complain to Sean Oliver. Rob said, why are we sitting here listening to these guys talking? That's pretty much the entire show. Matt Sandy said, was there any citrus fruit? Oh God, I'm so far behind. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna catch up. I'm so far behind in the chat. Here we go. Citrus fruit. Kevin Featherstone said Cesar Romero was the best Joker. Agreed. Matt Sandy said, was there any citrus fruit involved with Cesar Romero and Desi Arnaz? No, just a lot of meat. Nail said, we've been doing this, 4 or 5 years now, and RJ always fiddles with the tag on his underwear and never thinks to remove them beforehand because they're for show. I don't have a wardrobe person. Sometimes I put, because I'm like this and I feel too hunched over, so I'll put my hand on my back and straighten out. The Wrestler said, hey, RJ, I was wondering what happened to the Road 2 videos you guys used to do the day of the pay-per-views. I'm a little upset we missed out on you pretending to drive a double-decker in London with the wrestlers. Well, we did them 3 or 4 pay-per-views. First of all, it was back when AEW was doing less pay-per-views. So they were easier to plan for, number one. Number two, the schedule got too hectic and we really lost the ability to film them. We would be in a town for like a week and then there would be like one day where you can just kind of get them all in. And then it became a lot harder. And we did a lot. We're releasing 5 of them at once. So I think there's maybe even 6. So there's somewhere between, I think, 15 to 20 episodes of them, which is really, really a lot considering, how they did not go on for that long. So that's part of it too. And I think we just kind of lost the ability to film them. So it turned into, and they're putting out other content. So instead of those all day, it'll be the Road 2 videos and the packages all on the pay-per-view day. Especially now with Collision, we don't even have any time space to put them out really. And that's why Hay is off when there's a pay-per-view too. I did like them. It's crazy to look back on them and see how many that we did. And we did do the Bucks. It's part of the reason they didn't end up on AEW sooner is because like when you do car stuff with people, you're like, well, I just did stuff with them. I'll give them a break. But I did like them. It's nice to look back. Maybe one day I'll do them again. I have no idea. And then also, it turned into doing that little red carpet thing. And then that turned into doing the 0 Hour with Renee. So I think we evolved. We grew as people. Neil said we love Blue Meanie. Nils apologizes for Rob saying hoochies. Christian said, thoughts on the Three's Company episode Furley versus Furley? I thought Hamilton Camp was splendid. I went to Hamilton Camp, and I learned so much about myself. Oh, Lord. Three's Company is strange. Three's Company is a toiled, misunderstood journey, and I think the producers got too involved. Those are my thoughts on everything. B13 said, it's my wife Rachel's birthday tomorrow, and she's watching anyway. Could you wish her a happy birthday? And she's watching anyway. What the hell is that supposed to mean? No, I'm not going to wish her a happy birthday. She's watching anyway. Oh, gee, thanks. I don't get too excited. Neil said, did you get to chat to Shane Haste at WrestleDream? Yes, I did. Just a little bit. And the last time I saw him was at a hotel in Vegas. And we had previously played video games together. We had a nice time. Cord said, I listened to your interview with Andy Kesson. Yes, we talked about Shakespeare and things like that. Your take on wrestling is 1,000% beyond anything academic, apart from Roland Barthes has ever said about it. That's only because people really don't think about it that hard. I'm the only person who's wasted my time. Darnell said, not you slowly becoming the best dressed on the AEW TV. Well, it's a high bar. You got Ian Riccaboni. You got Tony Schiavone cycling the same 3 Blazers. Hill Gill said, just rewatched your video with William Regal. Does anyone tell him this? Doesn't he stream? He said, Duck Soup is the best of the first batch of the Marx Brothers. I do love Lydia, dear Lydia. Oh, have you seen Lydia? Lydia, the tattooed lady. Which one's that from? She has a man adore so and a torso even more so. That is a great song. I do watch it and go, this is fucking great. Rob said, why is my name not green? Rob, figure it out. Suplexus said, you ever watch The Beachcombers? Now, Suplexus says, you need to look it up. It's on YouTube. A show called The Cynical Crafter, a web series I did for CBC. We did, there's a lost episode where we find an episode of my show from 1974, and we plug The Beachcombers multiple times. Nasty Leroy's here said, I love Tony Storm's new moveset. I bet you do, Leroy. Not hard to figure out why. Leo said, I always thought Frank Sinatra came off as a total dickhead. No, he seemed mild-mannered. Lady has been a member for 17 months. Is at Gracias, RJ. Christine gifted 5 memberships. Suplexus, Molly, Kenny, Ramblings of a Dying Soul, and Gregory were all gifted memberships. And now let me go back. Oh my God, Darnell gifted 5 memberships too. What the fuck's going on here? Duck Goose, Christine, Marjorie, Leo, Michelle, all got memberships. What is this? Gift given. You know, this is, what's that game? Yankee Swap, whatever the fuck they call it. This is adorable. It's very sweet. Thank you, everyone. Duck Goose said, do you know how David is? Heard he wasn't feeling good and had to leave the convention. No, he didn't tell me this. Oh, Jesus. Christine said, hi, RJ. Haven't been here for a while. What do you want from me? GRB said, I'm so offended that RJ still isn't featured in the broadcast team roster of AEW's website. If you just look at the website, you don't know I exist. It's okay. It's fine. Go watch AEW. Go like AEW. Go comment on it and go share it. That's my thing. Support that thing. If I'm not on the website, who cares? Besides me. SM said, did you all watch Drunk Cody on the media scrum? Zach and Cody are doing media scrums now? I think that's weird. I like that hotel manager. And then they were on a cruise. It was fun. This is so sweet. Everyone's a member now. Showbiz said, I thought about Mama Sue's all-in entrance with the double-decker bus. Well, there's still next year for that. You know, I don't think you'd fit in the building. Neil said, have you met Adam Copeland? Yes, I did. Just a hearty hello. Don't think he knows quite what I do here. He'll find out eventually. Neil said, a lady said, oh, RJ, I saw the teaser reboot of Frasier. I don't know. Let me tell you something. There is not one thing to like about the new Frasier. Suplexus said, still waiting for you to hit up a toy store with Ethan Page. That would be very entertaining. He actually just texted me this morning. Isn't his show done now? He's not doing it anymore? Missed the boat on that too. Neil said TMDKEW in the works. That's how you should do it. Sounds better that way. Miss Andy said, I'll be working with Bob Odenkirk at a book signing this afternoon. I'm looking forward to it. That would be the best. That would be a great little gig, working with celebrities at like book signings. I think you get to meet a lot of nice people that way. I feel like people are more relaxed at a book signing as opposed to like a convention. Neil said Ian Riccaboni looked great in his red suit last night. I think it was a little much. Seymour said you need to dye your hair mocha. I think I'm good. Vanessa says saying hi to Nasty Leroy. Elliot said awake before the stream is over. Yay. Okay, this guy's just telling me I should dye my hair and eyebrows. Leo said, wasn't the hotel manager a real-life murderer? I think you're thinking of Psycho, Leo. I'd be thinking of the movie Psycho. Squirrel Squad said, jokes aside, Zach and Cody is a great show. I was a big Even Stevens guy. And I don't want to go back and watch it because I don't know how it holds up. Easy E said, don't all Canadians know each other? Yes, me, Jericho, Kenny, Renee, and Adam, we're all getting together. Gonna have a summit. GRB said, next Hey W with Adam Copeland. A lot of people tweeted him about it. He has not answered one of those tweets. Mike said, have you seen After Hours yet? I gave it another watch and it still stinks. I haven't. I haven't. I'm so sorry that I haven't. What the fuck oh my God. I was in the hotel when we were in Stockton and I was going to have a nap, but the menu was on with Ralph Fiennes, Rafe, whatever the fuck his name is. And I was like, well, this is going to ruin my fucking nap. Because shit got too disturbing. And it's like, well, I got to see what happens now. It was okay. It felt like maybe a Black Mirror episode or something instead of like a movie. And I thought it would have gotten a little more fucked up. But whatever. Mia said, what's on the menu for today? I have a calzone coming. I have a pizza coming. I have bruschetta coming. And this new blizzard, there's a fluff blizzard, like a fluffernutter. And I'm so fucking excited. Neil said, final toy hunt is today at 1 p.m. on Ethan's YouTube. Don't ask me, RJ. He retweeted Hey W today so we can plug him. We can plug him. Okay, wait a minute. So I'm upset because I hadn't been on it. He did that one interview with me behind a truck. I did say to him, and maybe I just thought it, never actually texted him, but what I think we should do, Ethan Page and I, is go dig up some of our old matches, because there are quite a few that both of us completely forgot about, and I think we should go dig them up and watch them and do commentary over them. Lydia, dear Lydia. Hey, have you seen Lydia? Suplex has said our cat likes to sit on our head while we try and sleep. Does Sylvia do anything weird like that? I just caught her 2 days ago lying on the bath mat next to my shower, and she's been alive for 19 years now. She's never done that before. Squirrel Squad said, I just watched the whole Hey W show over with my 8-year-old, and I think it holds up. Okay, good. Oh, no, you're talking about Zach and Cody? What? Leo said, what about Corey in the house? Courtney said, I happened upon this today. I thought today was Saturday. I haven't seen your stream in a long time. Sorry for my inconsistency. That's bullshit, Courtney. Easy said, Adam probably isn't sure what Hey W is, and he doesn't want to get canceled. Well, too late. The time is now. Wrong company. Leo said, do you find that sex streams are always gross and involve gross people you don't want to have sex with? Or people you hate? No. Those are nightmares. You're not having sex dreams. Oh my God. Red Dog said Phil Lewis, a.k.a. Mr. Mosby, killed someone in 91 while driving drunk. You learn something every day. Gina said, since you're working with Tony Storm, can we get her to call her Hip Attack Sweet Cheek Music? I thought it was over when Excalibur said it, then nothing. She, if you go back and watch our Hey W together, which now seems like a lifetime ago, she loved Sweet Cheek Music. And afterwards she said, can I use this? I said, absolutely. And then the upper brass, I guess, didn't want it. Maybe TK didn't like it. Thought it was, a little demeaning. And now look at her. Tits everywhere. Asses biting asses. What the hell has been unleashed? Jeff said, so I mentioned on my Facebook that for my 40th birthday, I want a cameo. I'm a size 1 Orange City cameo, but let's face it, half my friends don't know who you are, and the other don't know what cameo is. Some might know neither. You can just order it for yourself. You know, Jeff, you ever thought about that? Lady said, Adam Copeland will come around to Hey W. It is destiny. It will happen. It's so far so good, to be honest with you, in terms of people like, I never thought we'd see the Bucks. Really? They've done stupider things. Kendi said the menu ended up not being about what I thought it was leading to. Good movie, though. Week ending. Elliot said the Taco Tuesday speech in the menu was hilarious. Yeah, I liked it, but I was hoping for a little more. Neil said, yes, do that immediately. RJ and Ethan's day of fun because we hang out together all the time. GRB said, oh my God, RJ City, call me a fucking Mark, but I do enjoy so much everything you do. Call me a fan. I think I have a light crush. My wife just raised her eyebrow at me. Let's all calm down here. We can all role play at a later date. Elliot said, meet halfway. RJ and Ethan go to antique malls, which I also suggested maybe over a year ago. Was never followed up on. Leo said, I once had a sex dream about Sink. I did the guy from the Young Turks. I think he would be a dutiful lover. Nails said, sweet chic music should now be the close-up. Mind your own business, and Nails got all of a sudden a booker. Leo suggests a Tony Schiavone live sex celebration on Dynamite. That would have to be rehearsed. Plain and simple, Warner Brothers Discovery is big on stopping most of that. They got mad at Jericho for smoking cigars. No, I don't. Okay. First of all, where are you getting your information from? Why are you more on the inside than I am is my first question. Number one. Number two, I feel like it didn't make it out of the commentator signing off on it. They like saying they have a job to do. They want to do it as straightly as possible. Courtney said, my dog's name is Copeland, named after Adam. Weird thing to yell in the bark. Josh said, Tony channeling her inner mommy dearest. Okay. Zoel said, who appears on Hey W first, Sting or Adam Copeland? Place your bets now. Can anyone tell me what TV show that song is from? Anyone? I know it's really hard. It's not the best rendition of it. Let's see if anyone figures it out in the chat. Josh said, RJ, are you planning to watch any horror movies this month? Every Tuesday in October, Mario Cantone is picking movies on TCM, Turner Classic Movies. And he's there with Ben Mankiewicz, and they're riffing on them, and he's selecting them. They're always good. You cannot go wrong. It is a great way to learn about movies you haven't seen before. Neil said, as a British person, it's mortifying how much tits is being thrown around on TV. I've been blushing since Ethan started saying it. Ryan said, Young Bucks costume guy's feet look very strange. Somebody's going to find out who that guy is. And hey, buddy, everyone's talking about you. Nasty Leroy said it. I need you and Sky Blue interview. Nasty Leroy, I have news for you. We did it like a couple months ago, and it was huge. It was insanely huge, and many people talked about it. Go look it up, Leroy. SM said, are you all going to watch Chris Jericho and Country Hearts? Yes, I am. I'm here for actor Jericho. There's the Ocho. There's a Painmaker. Then there's actor. Then there's reasonable father dealing with his demons, Jericho, and I'm excited for it. Easy E said, Doogie Howser, Frank Zappa. I'm going to guess Match Game because that's what I think you would go with. Price is Right. Midnight Caller. Incorrect. It is the audience voting music from America's Funniest Home Videos. Studio audience, place your votes now. And they would pull this like little remote control from their seats. And I said, will it be Dog Shits on Baby's Head? Don't you remember that? Sorry. I hope that does it make sense now? Do. Will it be woman struggles with hose, dog shits on baby's head, or bird flying angrily? Samir said Saget's version. Yes. Yeah, that's it. So well hears it now. GRB said it was so familiar and inside of me. Such a deep memory. I don't know why I remember that. Lady Pam said, I got to go early. Have a great Sunday and week. Enjoy your cheat meal. Thank you. Josh, it's so delightfully forgettable, that jingle. Jeff said, core memory unlocked. Leo said, what is the best shark movie after Jaws? I would say Cabin Boy. Bassett said, no, do the Nokia ringtone. Nessie Leroy said, definitely will feel like you guys have great chemistry. Go watch it. Showbit said, core memory unlocked. See, everyone remembers. This is so great. Plain Simple Garrick said, what's America's Home Videos? Oh, my God. Stories from the friends next door they never told. You might be a star tonight, so let the camera roll. It was the red, white, and blue. The funniest things you do. America, this is you. Uzi said, you might be the only guy on YouTube who actually likes everyone's comments. I, for one, appreciate it. Well, there's so few of them, so I like to stay on top of them. Leo said, what about the Michael Caine Jaws? I think he did that thing. Michael Caine used to turn to the first page of a script and the last page, and if his name was on both pages, he would do the movie. Suplex said, sometimes at work, I think of, hey, buddy, what are you, a piece of shit or something? My great catchphrase. It's too good for this business. Uzi said, it's so wonderful to get that notification. I said, oh, you said, I loved your comment. I also like the bad ones for the algorithm's sake. GRB said, what's AFV? Are you fucking kidding me? And then Tom Bergeron took it over and Aaron. V said, funniest home videos is basically retro TikTok. Leo said, do you look forward to the annoying Die Hard Christmas movie debate this winter? It's a great way to mute people. Bassett said, what's a movie where Adam Sandler is a Marine veterinarian? I don't remember this at all. Vanessa said, were you an America's funniest people person too? I don't remember the show. I feel like I do. It sounds like something I would remember. Did they just come out and make faces? There was a weird syndicated talent show on Fox for a while. Josh said, I often think of Dave Letterman saying, man, oh man, I hate those fancy lads from Cabin Boy. He's so great in that movie. You need to go watch it again. If you didn't like it, you need to go watch it again. Midnight said, you need to get Roddy with the Kingdom soon. They're on the list. Elliot said, rest in peace, Arlene Sorkin. Is this breaking news? Bassett said, yes, 50 First Dates. He was a fucking Marine veterinarian. Jesus. And I thought my work is unrealistic. Shobit says, remember Rescue 911? Oh, my God, yes. Vanessa said, no, it was like AFV, but hosted by Dave Coulier. I remember this now, and now I'm going to go look it up. Oh, my God, it's going to be bad. You're going to waste my fucking Sunday. So thanks a lot for that. Well, Mike, with my favorite line from Cabin Boy, these pipes are clean. I'm so glad I could throw it out and have people remember it. Well, generally speaking, that has been the show for today. I want to tell you, please, immediately after this, go watch and go rewatch the latest AEW with the Young Bucks. Go like it, go comment, go share it, go post it places. Do that thing. Tell everyone you're having a good time and you enjoy it. So that it's going to be a nice time. Let them know they made the right choice by being on, because I feel like everyone's insecure after the show. So let's get a final shot of these. We're going to have a good time today. Oh, Lord, these are a little low. Okay, isn't that better? I think it is. Lovely seeing you all. Until next time, Godspeed.